Hello again, YouTube viewers. Same shit, different location. Even got a different camera person, slightly shorter than the last couple, so you've seen it from a different angle. Today we're going to make a beef curry, which is the same recipe as before, but with beef and with extra tomatoes to make it a Bhoona. I'll show you how to make this. Here's our ingredients over here, in no particular order. We've got olive oil, we've got butter, the bread's not in it, that's just the background. In a clean handkerchief we've got the stuff that you like to taste but don't want to eat. We have cardamoms, cloves, bay leaves, some peppercorns and some cinnamon sticks. For the beef we have a shitload, or half a cow, about 1.5 kilograms of beef. We've got chopped tomatoes for the sauce, we've got fresh tomatoes for the Bhoona. Get over the top here, these are lovely fresh tomatoes. We've got about 5 medium onions chopped with about 7 or 8 cloves of garlic and some beef stock. The beef has about 7 or 8 tablespoons of curry powder and about a tablespoon of salt. Right, in the pot here we've melted half that block of butter and we've put in about 6 tablespoons of the olive oil. To this we're going to add the onions. I'll just come over here. And the garlic, and we'll cook these until that's the onions been cooking for about 5-10 minutes now. They're nice and soft. Just for dramatic effect, I'm going to show you me putting the beef into the pot just to make it like an authentic cooking show. The beef's now ready to go into the onions. Just going to add this to the pot now with the curry powder. This is bound to have some dramatic effect when everything goes all over the place. So the beef's in, more or less, without a mishap. Lovely. Get the curry in. Try and get a shot in there, Rebecca. Right, we're going to mix this all up now. We're going to mix this all together for about, again, 10-15 minutes till the beef's browned, and then add the stock and the tomatoes. Just the tinned tomatoes, we add the fresh tomatoes a little later in the cooking process. Very easy recipe, but very tasty. I'll show you what it looks like in about 5 or 10 minutes from now. Phoebe! That's the beef been cooking now for about 10-15 minutes. We're just going to put in the stock and the tinned tomatoes now. Much drama. Up to me. Look. About 300ml of beef stock there. A bit of flavour in the bottom. Hand me a tin of tomatoes, would you, Rebecca? Thank you. 2 tins of tomatoes because we're feeding a lot today. Normally it'd be a big huge tin if I was making a large pot of curry. This is big, it's not as big as it could go. And the other one, so 2 tins of tomatoes in there. In the meantime we've chopped up the fresh tomatoes. They'll go in about an hour before the whole thing's finished cooking. Have a look in there. Looks like a bloodbath in a sewage farm. And we're going to keep that going, bring this to the boil and then cook it down for about 2.5-3 hours. Yeah, get the clock in, good idea. So we're going to cook this for about 2.5-3 hours, longer on the clock. It's 4:25. I'll probably go back to this again about 6:30, or I might even just show you the fresh tomatoes going in, just to prove that I actually did cook them. Now we're going to serve this with some supermarket bought chapatis and boiled basmati rice. I'm not going to show you how to make rice because if you can't do that you shouldn't even be watching this video. So bring this to the boil, simmer it for 2-2.5 hours, and to me Make sure you check it. We don't want it burning and sticking to the bottom. Okay, because that's not in the recipe. Wouldn't be my videos if there wasn't a mistake. We're going to put the dried ingredients, they'll just go in this clean handkerchief, unused, into here, and they'll just stay in and impart their flavour to the beef curry. And of course we'll remove it before serving, because nobody wants a handkerchief in the middle of their dinner. Right, so still bringing that to the boil, and that was take 2 of boiling the beef. It's 6:10. Our curry's been cooking for about an hour and 50 minutes now. We're just going to add the tomatoes for the last 50 minutes of cooking. Tomatoes are, up to me, tomatoes are high in antioxidants, so that's a very healthy meal we're having here. And there's a lot of butter. So these tomatoes, and with the fact that I'm an excellent cook, will make this absolutely splendid meal. And I'm going to cut that because it's crap. And the tomatoes will be in here for another 50 minutes, in which time we'll have the rice ready and we'll serve. In here, Rebecca, that's a meal in itself. You get a good view of that? We'll just leave the lid off now. We'll leave the lid off for this to let it reduce slightly because the sauce is still a bit watery, but beef's nearly cooked and it'll be another 50 minutes before this is ready, and I'll let you see what it looks like on a plate. Right, go. That's us. 2.5 hours cooking. Over to me, Rebecca.
No, I'm not going
I'm going to have a spoonful of my own version of pilau rice here, and a generous scoop of beef curry. Sorry, beef Bhoona, isn't it? And would you look at that? Now that's a meal in itself. Right, the beef's now ready. No, the onions are ready now. We're going to put the beef in.
What?
It means something different when you're being rude. Right, right, you ready?